Absolutely. Here's an expanded *** 550 word segment for key point 1 ** in the style you requested, ready to flow naturally in your speech. You know, one of the most fascinating things about human attraction is how often it's not about what someone says, but about what they do **. When a man is secretly attracted to you, he often won't come out and declare it in big, obvious ways. That's not because he doesn't feel it. It's because attraction, when it's real, is as much about observation and subtle connection as it is about words. And understanding this distinction is key. Think about it. Have you ever noticed someone noticing you, but in a way that almost feels invisible? The way he might glance your way when he thinks no one is looking, or the way he remembers tiny details about you that no one else would catch? These aren't coincidences. These are quiet signals of attention, of the mind and heart trying to connect without announcing it out loud. He's watching, but he's not asking for permission to feel it's instinctive. This is where so many of us get tripped up. We're conditioned to look for grand gestures or verbal affirmations, but real attraction doesn't always come wrapped in bold declarations. Often, it comes in the quiet moments, in the way he remembers your favorite coffee, or notices how your eyes light up when you talk about something you love. These are the invisible footprints of interest. And when you learn to see them, you start to read people at a level most never reach. There's a psychological truth here too. A man who is genuinely drawn to someone will often assess, observe, and consider before he acts. It's not manipulation. It's natural. His brain is trying to understand how you move, how you respond, and whether his attention matters to you. And while this might look like indifference on the surface, it's really an intense internal focus. He's processing, absorbing, and connecting with you in ways he may not even be conscious of. And here's the philosophical layer. Attraction is fundamentally about resonance, not performance. Words can be rehearsed. Gestures can be faked, but the subtle way someone notices you, remembers you, and aligns their presence with yours, those are authentic indicators. They reveal a truth about the human experience. We are wired to respond to attention, to recognition, to the unspoken acknowledgement that someone sees us for who we truly are. So, if you want to understand when a man is secretly attracted to you, start observing the quiet moments. Notice the way he tunes in when you speak. Notice the small efforts, the care in his attention, the lingering glances that pass unnoticed by everyone else. These are the moments where attraction breathes, where it exists without needing to be announced. Because at the end of the day, attraction is not about who shouts the loudest. It's about who truly sees *. And when someone sees you deeply, even quietly, that is the most powerful signal of all. So pay attention, trust your instincts, and remember, sometimes the loudest love is expressed in silence. If you want, I can continue this for ** key points 2 through 6 **, keeping the same 550 word Matthew Hussey style flow for your full speech. It would give you a polished, motivational 18-minute speech ready to deliver. Do you want me to proceed with that? Absolutely. Here's the ** 550 word expansion for key point 2 ** in the same Matthew Hussey inspired style. One of the most fascinating signs that a man is secretly attracted to you is something psychologists call mirroring. It's subtle, almost imperceptible, but it's incredibly telling. Have you ever noticed that when you're talking to someone, sometimes they unconsciously adopt your gestures, your posture, or even your tone of voice? They laugh when you laugh, they lean when you lean, they somehow match the rhythm of your energy. That's no accident. It's the brain's way of creating connection, of saying, without words, I want to be in sync with you. Mirroring is a deep psychological phenomenon. It happens because humans are wired to connect through empathy and mimicry. When someone is attracted, their subconscious wants harmony. They want to be on the same wavelength as you, to resonate with your presence, even before they realize why. And here's the key: it's never forced. If it's genuine, it feels effortless, natural, almost like an invisible dance that only the two of you are sharing. Think about how much we underestimate these moments. We're conditioned to look for big gestures, flowers, texts, declarations. But real attraction often lies in these almost invisible signals. The way he picks up on your expressions, the way he adjusts his tone or pace to match yours, the way he mirrors your energy in conversation, it all points to a deep, unspoken connection. He's attuned to you in a way that most people simply are not. And here's the fascinating philosophical angle. Mirroring isn't just about attraction. It's about resonance. It's about someone unconsciously saying, "I understand you. I want to exist in your world, even for a moment." This is why, when you're truly in sync with someone, time feels different. Conversations flow, laughter feels effortless, and even silence can feel intimate. It's the language of attraction without the need for words, a signal so authentic that it's impossible to fake over the long term. Now, the subtlety of this signal also explains why so many women miss it. Because it's quiet, it doesn't shout, and it doesn't fit into our cultural scripts of how men show interest. But when you start noticing these patterns, when you see that he mirrors your gestures, your energy, your emotional tone, you begin to decode attraction at a deeper level. You start to see the layers beneath surface behavior, the way someone's body and energy reveal truths that their words may hide. So, if you want to understand hidden attraction, pay attention to the rhythm of your interactions. Notice when someone mirrors your energy. Notice when they adapt, even subtly, to align with you. These are not coincidences. They are unconscious signals of investment, attention, and connection. Because at the end of the day, attraction is never just about what's said. It's about what's felt. And the deepest connections, the ones that linger in your mind and heart, are built in these silent harmonies, these small but powerful echoes of your presence in another person. When you recognize this, you start to see who is truly drawn to you, and that insight gives you clarity, confidence, and the power to navigate attraction wisely. If you want, I can continue with key point 3 keeping the same flow and style, so your speech maintains a seamless 18-minute motivational arc. Do you want me to move on to key point 3 next? Absolutely. Here's a *550 word expansion for key point 3 in the same Matthew Hussey inspired motivational style. One of the most confusing yet revealing signs that a man is secretly attracted to you is his tendency to pull away just as you feel him getting close. You've probably noticed it before. Moments when he's warm, attentive, even charming, and then suddenly he seems distant, unavailable, or almost indifferent. At first, it can feel frustrating, even hurtful. But here's the truth: this push and pull dynamic isn't about lack of interest. It's about psychology, about the way attraction and emotional investment naturally unfold when someone truly cares but is cautious about showing it. Think of it this way: men, like women, are wired to assess, test, and measure the emotional landscape before fully stepping in. When a man is secretly drawn to someone, he may oscillate between attention and withdrawal because he's navigating his own emotions, gauging the situation, and trying to understand how much to invest without risking rejection or vulnerability. This push-pull is a reflection of the tension that exists whenever desire meets caution. It's not a game, it's a subconscious mechanism of self-protection mixed with genuine interest. What's important to understand is that this pattern is consistent, even if it's subtle. You'll notice small signs. He reaches out and then goes quiet. He seeks closeness and then maintains distance. But if you look closely, these actions are paired with signals of investment, remembering things you've said, showing interest in your life, or making subtle efforts to connect. The pull back isn't a withdrawal of feeling. It's often a way of measuring the depth of your interest, your responsiveness, your energy, and your own boundaries. There's a psychological and philosophical layer here too. Attraction thrives on tension, on the interplay between presence and absence. When someone is always available, the brain registers familiarity, but not necessarily desire. When someone appears slightly out of reach, it engages curiosity, anticipation, and emotional attention. That's why the push-pull dynamic can feel so confusing. It's your emotional system responding to subtle signals of value, investment, and desire. Recognizing this pattern allows you to read hidden attraction instead of misinterpreting it as disinterest. It empowers you to understand the subtle cues beneath the surface. You begin to see that the man's occasional distance isn't a reflection of how much he cares, but rather an unconscious way of negotiating his feelings and testing the depth of connection. It's a delicate dance between desire and hesitation, between wanting closeness and fearing vulnerability. So the next time you notice him pulling away, resist the urge to panic or overanalyze. Instead, observe, reflect, and notice the consistency of his interest behind the scenes. Pay attention to the balance of effort, care, and attention he offers. This is how hidden attraction reveals itself, not in bold declarations, but in the rhythm of approach and retreat, the subtle push-pull that signals genuine emotional investment. Because at the end of the day, attraction is rarely straightforward. It's layered, complex, and beautifully nuanced. And when you understand the push-pull dynamic, you start to see through surface behavior to the deeper truth. The person who genuinely cares will return, will invest, and will seek connection in ways that words alone could never capture. That insight gives you power, not just to notice hidden attraction, but to navigate it with clarity, confidence, and emotional intelligence. I can continue with ***, key point 4 next ***, keeping the same 550 word, seamless Matthew Hussey style flow so your speech remains fully cohesive. Do you want me to proceed with key point 4? Absolutely. Here's a ***550 word expansion for key point 4 * in the Matthew Hussey inspired style. One of the most telling ways a man shows hidden attraction isn't through grand gestures or declarations. It's through the quiet, almost imperceptible ways he invests in your well-being. When a man is secretly drawn to you, he often expresses care in ways that fly under the radar. It could be remembering your favorite coffee, sending a message to check if you made it home safely, or subtly going out of his way to make your day easier. These aren't accidental actions. They're signs of emotional investment that reveal a depth of interest far beyond words. What's fascinating here is how subtle these gestures often are. They're not always dramatic, and that's what makes them so powerful. Because attraction isn't just about flamboyant expressions. It's about consistency and attentiveness over time. He's paying attention not because he wants recognition, but because he's genuinely invested in your experience, in how you feel, and in creating moments of connection without fanfare. That's the difference between superficial interest and true underlying attraction. Psychologically, this behavior makes perfect sense. Men, particularly those who are deeply attracted but cautious about expressing it, often show their feelings through actions rather than words. Words are risky, they can be misinterpreted, they can expose vulnerability, and they can demand immediate response. Actions, on the other hand, are tangible proof of care. They demonstrate presence, effort, and intention in a way that words alone cannot. This is why, when a man secretly likes you, you might feel the weight of his attention long before you hear him articulate it. There's also a philosophical layer to this. True attraction is rooted in a desire to add value, to make life lighter, easier, or better for the person you care about. This isn't about manipulation or strategy. It's about an innate drive to nurture, protect, and invest in someone you find meaningful. The smallest acts, a remembered detail, a thoughtful gesture, speak louder than any grand speech ever could. They signal not only attraction, but a readiness to prioritize your happiness, even in subtle, almost invisible ways. Recognizing these signs requires attentiveness and emotional intelligence. It requires noticing patterns, not isolated incidents. If a man consistently demonstrates small acts of care, if he quietly shows up for you in ways that matter but might go unnoticed by others, that's a clear indicator of hidden attraction. It's a signal that his attention isn't casual, it's deliberate, and it's rooted in genuine interest. So the next time you encounter someone who seems distant or reserved, look beyond words. Watch how he invests his energy in you, how he subtly aligns his attention with your needs, how he shows concern without seeking reward or recognition. These actions are the silent language of attraction, often louder and more truthful than any declaration could ever be. Because at the end of the day, real attraction is revealed not in dramatic statements, but in the care and effort someone consistently shows. When you learn to see these quiet signals, you gain clarity. You start to recognize who values you, who invests in you, and who is quietly drawn to you in a way that is meaningful, enduring, and deeply significant. And that understanding gives you power, not just to recognize hidden attraction, but to honor it, respond to it wisely, and step into relationships with confidence and insight. I can move on to ***, key point 5, next ***, keeping this seamless, motivational, Matthew Hussey style flow for the full speech. Shall I continue with key point 5? Absolutely. Here's a ***550 word expansion for key point 5 *** in the Matthew Hussey inspired style. One of the most revealing signs that a man is secretly attracted to you shows up in the way he reacts to others around you. Even if he tries to appear indifferent, subtle shifts in his behavior, tiny flashes of jealousy or increased attentiveness, can be incredibly telling. These reactions aren't about controlling you or being possessive in a toxic way. They are about emotional investment. They reveal that, beneath the surface, he cares more than he's willing to admit. And if you learn to read these signals, you'll start to see attraction with clarity. Think about it. When someone is genuinely drawn to you, your interactions with other people suddenly become more significant to him. He notices when someone else laughs at your jokes or gets close to you in conversation. He might shift his attention slightly, lean in more, or subtly try to re-establish his presence. These reactions aren't about insecurity. They're about the mind and heart taking note that you matter. And the more you observe, the more patterns emerge. He's not random in his focus. He's investing energy in the places and moments where his feelings are engaged. Psychologically, this is fascinating. Human beings are wired to notice threats to what they value. When attraction is present, even subconsciously, Your interactions with others become signals that influence his behavior. He doesn't have to announce anything. His subtle reactions, his heightened awareness are enough to reveal his hidden feelings. This is why someone can act aloof or detached on the surface, yet still react in ways that betray genuine interest. The mind is honest even when words are not. There's also a philosophical dimension here. Attraction isn't just about desire, it's about recognition, about seeing someone as unique and valuable. When a man reacts emotionally to your interactions with others, it's a reflection of the value he places on your connection. It's a signal that in his internal world you occupy a space that matters, a space that is significant enough to evoke a response when he perceives it might be challenged, even slightly. The key is subtlety and consistency. Isolated moments can be misleading, but patterns reveal the truth. If you notice him consistently paying attention to your social dynamics, subtly trying to maintain closeness, or showing awareness of others' influence on you, this is a strong indicator of hidden attraction. It's his way of negotiating his feelings, protecting his connection, and asserting, without words, that you are important to him. So when you see these small signs, an alertness, a protective instinct, a shift in energy, don't dismiss them as trivial. They are the quiet language of the heart, the signals of genuine interest that words often fail to express. Recognizing them allows you to decode attraction at a deeper level, giving you insight into not only how someone feels, but how they value and perceive you. Because at the end of the day, attraction isn't just about charm or conversation. It's about investment and emotional presence. When you learn to see the subtle ways someone reacts to your world, you gain clarity. You understand that attraction is as much about care and attention as it is about words or bold gestures, and that awareness empowers you to navigate relationships with wisdom, insight, and confidence, seeing the truth beneath the surface. I can now move on to key point 6 completing the final segment for your full motivational speech, keeping the same style and flow. Shall I continue with key point 6? Absolutely. Here's a *550 word expansion for key point 6 in the Matthew Hussey inspired style, completing your speech. One of the most overlooked signs of hidden attraction is the way a man behaves when he's conflicted, hesitant, contradictory, or even seemingly aloof. This is not disinterest. In fact, it's often the opposite. When a man is secretly drawn to someone, he's navigating an internal tension between desire and fear. The fear of rejection, the fear of vulnerability, the fear of exposing a side of himself that he doesn't want to lose control over. Understanding this behavior gives you insight into the depth of his feelings and the psychology behind his actions. Think about it for a moment. Men, like all of us, are wired to protect themselves emotionally. To open up completely, to reveal genuine attraction, requires courage. And so, when a man is secretly attracted, you might notice moments of hesitation, times when he pulls back after showing warmth, or seems unsure in situations where his feelings are involved. This isn't about manipulation. It's a natural response to the risk inherent in emotional exposure. He wants to connect, but he's also protecting himself from being hurt. Psychologically, this makes perfect sense. Hidden attraction is often accompanied by overthinking, self-monitoring, and careful consideration of each move. He's assessing how to express interest without losing dignity, how to engage without overstepping, and how to gauge your reactions before fully revealing his feelings. This can result in behavior that seems inconsistent, and that's where many women misread the signals. They interpret hesitancy as lack of interest, when in reality it's an unconscious manifestation of care and emotional complexity. Philosophically, there's a deeper truth here. Attraction is rarely straightforward because it involves risk, vulnerability, and the willingness to reveal oneself. True desire isn't just about chemistry, it's about emotional courage. When a man hesitates, when he seems conflicted, he's grappling with that risk. He's balancing the longing to be close with the instinct to protect himself. And it's in this tension that the most authentic signals of attraction emerge. The contradictions are not weaknesses, they are markers of depth. Recognizing this behavior requires nuance and emotional intelligence. You need to look beyond surface actions and observe patterns over time. Does he consistently return after moments of distance? Does he show care and attentiveness even while seeming hesitant? Does he reveal small, genuine gestures that indicate he's emotionally invested despite his fear? If the answer is yes, you are witnessing hidden attraction in its most authentic form. So, the next time you encounter a man who seems conflicted, don't panic or assume indifference. Instead, see the complexity for what it is, a reflection of real feelings being negotiated internally. Understand that his hesitation is often a sign of emotional depth, of genuine investment, and of a mind trying to align desire with courage. Because at the end of the day, attraction isn't simple. It's layered, nuanced, and deeply human. And when you learn to recognize the signs behind hesitation and conflicted behavior, you gain insight into the person's true intentions. You begin to see the subtle ways attraction expresses itself, even when words fail, and you step into relationships with clarity, confidence, and the wisdom to discern genuine interest from mere pretense. Remember, true attraction often hides behind complexity, but it never hides from those who know how to see it. With this, all 6 key points are now fully expanded into a cohesive Matthew Hussey style motivational speech. If you want, I can *** compile all 6 expanded points into a seamless, flowing 18-minute speech ***, polished and ready for delivery, ensuring natural transitions and consistent tone throughout. Do you want me to do that next?